Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the 2022 BMW X6. This one has the executive package and the luxury seating package. So let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 3.0 twin turbocharged i6 that is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this engine is connected to a 48 volt mild hybrid system. Basically it just makes the driving experience much smoother, and it does make the shifting and turning off and turning on the car much smoother. Anyways, this engine produces 523 horses and 553 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers on this engine: 21 in the city, 25 highway, and 23 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 BMW X6. If you guys are interested in the packages this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. It does have the luxury seating package, executive package, and it does have the heated armrest and the 4-zone climate control option. And the price on this one is almost $75,000. If you guys are interested in the color is called Arctic Gray, and it does look very good on this X6. And as I said, this one is equipped with the luxury package, and it does have the luxury seating package. Basically does add massaging seats to the front seats, and this X6 does have the Takara red, basically a red interior, and honestly it looks very good. Coming to the front, the style looks good, and kidney grills are a good size. And this one is the X-Line package. Basically they're going to be a good amount of plastic around the wheels, so the fender flares, the bottom, the bumper is going to be a little bit different. If you get the M Sport package or option, it will change a good amount of things on this X6. So if you need a more aggressive looking X6, then definitely go with the M Sport package. It is a $3,500 option, but I think it is worth it because it does change a lot of things on the side, the front, and it just makes this X6 super aggressive. BMW badge, of course, is on the hood. As I said, the kidney grills look good, they're good size. This one does not have a front-facing camera. I think this is with the parking assistant package. The grill does have grill shutters, and the grill itself is finished in matte brushed aluminum. And with the executive package, you do get the BMW laser headlights. They're nice and bright, and to be able to tell that those are the laser headlights, it does have some blue touches inside of the headlights. Turn signal indicator is all the way up top, and it is nice and bright, and it does look very nice. And coming to the bottom, there's more of that brushed aluminum, some fake vents, and this X6 does have some parking sensors in the front. And in the bottom, it does look a little bit aggressive. It does have a bottom grille, and overall I think the styling looks good. There's going to be a side vent right there on both sides. But let's go ahead and move to the side of this X6, and I'll show you how it looks like from the side. Here is the side view of this X6, and it is a coupe SUV, so it does have a little bit of a weird design in the back. A lot of people might like it because it does look different than the other SUVs, and a lot of people hate it because of the way how it looks. I personally think it looks alright. It's a little bit on the bulky side. I think other companies do a little bit better job with the design, but BMW definitely makes it a little bit on the bulky side. If you actually want something that is not as bulky as this X6, you could go with the X4 because it is a coupe SUV just like this X6. For the rims, they are actually good looking for a base rims. The size is 275/45/20s for both, so the front and the back, they're both the same size. Usually Mercedes-Benz, they do actually make the back wheels a little bit thicker or wider than the front, like their GLC coupe, but on this X6 both rims and tires are the same width. Anyways, there's going to be some plastic in the bottom with brushed aluminum. This is part of the X-Line package. If you get the M Sport package, it will delete the plastic in the bottom, and the fender flares will become the same color as the SUV. And same thing for the window trims. This will become a black instead of chrome. And for the mirror, it does have a turn signal indicator and a blind spot monitoring system. The bottom portion of the mirror is finished in gloss black. And for the rims, you could actually choose 7 different rims if you want. So I'm glad that BMW gives people the option to choose so many rims. I think you could go all the way up to 22s. This one is the 20-inch rim, but let's go ahead and move to the back and I'll show you the back view of this X6. Here is the back of this X6, and definitely this SUV is a little bit on the bulky side. The tail lights are massive on this X6, and up top they're going to be a spoiler. I think it does look very good, and it does have a spoiler on the trunk, and there's some gloss black right there. And for the tail lights, everything is going to be LED, which is expected from a very expensive SUV and of course a luxury brand. X-Drive with the 4DI badges on the right, and X6 is going to be all the way to the left, and the X6 badge is actually massive. BMW badge of course in the middle, and seriously, those taillights are very, very big. In the bottom, there are going to be some reflectors, brushed aluminum. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this brushed aluminum. And for the exhaust tips are not connected to the exhaust pipe, just fake exhaust tips. A lot of companies are doing that, and it does have some parking sensors in the back. And there's going to be a fake vent right here, and I completely forgot, but there is another fake vent right there. Here is a key. It does look good, has a really nice weight to it, and BMW uses this key on most of their cars now. It is finished in flat black. It does have some brushed aluminum, and overall I think the design of this key looks good. It does have 4 buttons on it: unlock, lock, tailgate release, and a panic button. It does have a physical key inside of it. To open the trunk or the tailgate, there are 4 different ways. One on the key, a button right by the backup camera, and it does have a sensor in the bottom and a button inside. Let's go ahead and open the tailgate. It does open nice and quick, and here is the button that I'm talking about. And it does have 2 buttons right here. The first one is to close the tailgate, the second one is to close the tailgate and lock the SUV. And inside there is a ton of space, and definitely this SUV is a little bit on the higher side, so you do have to carry things a little bit higher to be able to put them in this X6. Some tie downs around the trunk. It does have a 12 volt, a light, it is nice and bright, X badge, another X badge on the left, another light, and does have a hook right here, and does have a privacy cover, and I like the way how it folds. And right underneath there is a ton of space, and it does have a strut right there, so this cover right here stays open, and if you let it go, it will actually stay in its place, which is nice. But I think if you bring it here, yeah, so there's like a certain place where it will stay in its spot. But anyways, there is a good amount of storage place inside of this X6. But let's go ahead and move inside, and I'll show you the interior of this X6. Here is the door handle. It does have a sensor right behind it. That's how you unlock the SUV. And to lock it, there are going to be 3 lines right here. Just go ahead and tap on them. Basically, that's the sensor for locking the SUV. Here is the door panel. Door panel looks good, and it does have the Tacora red interior. I think it does look very good. The top portion right here is finished in black. It is that synthetic rubber material, so it is nice and soft. Door locks. Door handle feels nice and solid. It is finished in brushed aluminum. Memory seats, the massaging seats, and this is the tailgate button, and here are the window switches, mirror controls. Everything looks good. I really wish they were finished in brushed aluminum like the X3. This is finished in red. The armrest is nice and soft. This is going to be actually that synthetic rubber material. It is nice and soft, and there is a speaker, brushed aluminum, and here is the tweeter. And BMW does a great job with their storage place on their doors. So the front doors and the back doors, there is just a ton of storage place. The bottle holder is massive. Here is the interior of this X6, and as I told you guys, it is finished in Tacora red. It does look very good, and the seats are nice and comfortable. And both seats, the driver and the passenger, they do have thigh extension, which is nice. And here are the seat controls. They're powered, of course. Lumbar support, and this button right here will basically adjust the sides of the seat, so when cornering, you're basically sitting in the seat, you're not all over the place. And as I said, it does have the luxury seating package, basically massaging seats. But let's go ahead and move inside this X6 and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here is the interior of this BMW X6. Very similar to any BMW. And overall, the steering wheel looks good. Styling looks good. The steering wheel itself, it's nice and thick, wrapped in leather, which is expected from BMW. Design overall looks really, really nice. I love the stitching. It does have heated steering wheel, does have some brushed aluminum. And all the way to the left, that's where the cruise controls buttons are. And on the right is the volume controls, voice command, and phone controls. Paddle shifters look good, feel good. They're very nice and solid. And on the left is the high beam turn signal indicators. And on the right is the wiper controls for the front, but there is no wiper controls for the back because there is no back wiper. And I think it should have a back wiper. But anyways, here is the cluster display, and BMW calls it cockpit. It is a 12.3-inch screen. It does look very good, and when you change the modes, it does change. So very, very good. And resolution is really, really nice. All the way to the left, that's where the AC vents are going to be. And in the bottom, that's where the headlights are going to be. Brightness control next to the headlight controls. And I'm glad that BMW still uses or still does this. Basically, there is a storage place or a cubby right here on the left. You could store some coins if you want to. And here is a screen. It is a 12.3-inch screen, just the same size as the cluster display. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is the iDrive 7, and it is a touch screen, and you could actually control the screen from this wheel, so you could go up and down, and it is very easy to use. So nice and responsive, which is expected from BMW. And here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is very, very good. And of course, it does have parking sensors in the front and back, as I mentioned when I was outside. And there are 3 trims you could choose from. This one is the aluminum dark mesh. I think it does look good. And here are the climate controls. Very easy to use. And this X6 does have 4-zone climate control. It is a $400 option. So basically it does add climate controls in the back. So 2 in the front, 2 in the back. This X6 does have individual fans. So the passenger has their own fan and the driver has their own fan. And of course they have their own temperature control, own automatic function. And it does have the heated seats. Let's go ahead and go back home. If you click on the heated seat button, it will bring up the heated seat and the cold seat menu. So you could turn on the ventilated seats from here. You could turn on the heated seats from here as well. And in the bottom, that's where the radio controls are going to be. It does have a volume knob, but I really wish it did have a tune knob. And there is this cover right here you could close. And again, guys, I really like this trim. I think it does look very, very good. And this X6 does have a wireless phone charger, a little bit of storage place right there, 1 USB, a 12 volt, and 2 cup holders. I think the cup holder design looks good, and I really love what BMW did right here on the side. This is wrapped in leather. It is nice and soft. I love the stitching, and I'm glad they put red right here. And here is the shifter that will control the 8-speed automatic transmission in this X6. It does have the executive package, so basically all the controls are going to be finished in glass. So the engine start stop, the shifter, and this wheel right here, they're all finished in glass. And seriously, paying attention to details on this X6 is very, very good. To put the SUV in reverse, push the button. My camera is having a hard time focusing, but push the button, move it to the front for reverse, move it to the back for drive, and move it to the left for manual shifting. And here is the park button. Basically we'll move back because it was on the manual mode. Traction control button right here, parking sensors. Here is the engine start stop, mode selectors, Sport, Comfort, Eco, Hill Descent, and it does have the brake hold, e-brake, and I really like the brushed aluminum with the gloss black. And here is the control for the screen. As I said, it is finished in glass. Back button option and a few buttons right there. Here is the armrest. It is nice and soft. And inside, there's an OK storage place with a light and one USB-C. And here is the rear view mirror. It is frameless and does have the garage controls underneath it. This button right here will turn on all the lights in this X6. And you could turn on just only the left light if you want to, or the right light if you want to. And here is the panoramic sunroof button or switch. And with the executive package, you do get the ambient lighting in the sunroof, and I think it does look very, very good. Here is the SOS button, and for the visor, it is very plasticky but does feel nice and solid. And I really wish it was padded. It does have BMW digital key right here. So this X6 does have the digital key. I believe this is part of an option or a package, if I'm not mistaken. LED light, and it does have a good size mirror. Here is a back door panel, and the back door panel looks good. It does have the same design as the front, of course, and it does have that red in the back. This top portion right here is going to be that synthetic rubber material. It does have some gray stitching. The rear screen or privacy cover is part of the executive package. Brushed aluminum door handle, and I love this red. It does look good. This is nice and soft. The armrest is nice and padded. Here is the window switch, and brushed aluminum does look good. It does have ambient lighting right here in the back, and seriously, the ambient lighting in this X6 look amazing. Here is a speaker. It does have a really nice design to it, and as I said, the storage place in the doors, they're massive. This is actually soft, so I really like that. And for the back seats are nice and spacious, and seriously, this red just looks amazing. There is a good amount of leg room, and the headroom is good, and it does have the light right there, and there is a armrest in the back. The armrest is very hard, and there is a storage place inside. It does have cup holders on this armrest, and as I said, guys, it does have 4-zone climate control, AC vents. There is a storage place and 12 volt all the way in the bottom, and that's how the front of this X6 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 BMW X6. I would like to thank Brittany and BMW in North Haven, Connecticut for providing me this X6. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.